Okay, welcome back to Rails Minute. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Bostrom, Rails Member Engagement Manager, and I'm here with Deirdre Brennan, Rails Executive Director. This is our effort to bring you short videos where you can find out more about what's happening with Rails. Deirdre, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
Cold weather is here. Do you like the winter? Are you a snow person?
No, I hate snow. I'm from Massachusetts, and we used to get so much snow here in Illinois. I've said this many times. In Illinois, people know how to deal with cold. I am just so impressed with that. You just all have no idea what it's like to get 4 feet of snow in one day, and then another 2 feet of snow in the next day. I mean, and then, no, I hate winter. And I've lived my whole life in the, in the northern, part of the country. So I don't know.
Yes,
What
snowy
can I
states.
say? You know,
Yeah,
you either love it or you hate it, right?
that's right. That is right. Okay, so this week we had a Rails member update. Could you give us a little bit of highlights of that meeting and what happened?
Sure. Yes, we had a member update with about 400 people, and our main topic was the recent or currently changing administrative rules related to non-resident library cards. Greg McCormick was there with his staff, and he presented the changes or additions that relate to the Cards for Kids Act that was passed by the legislature last year, passed unanimously, I should say, which shows how much support there is for extending service to the unserved in Springfield. He also talked about the per capita grant application for public libraries, and he talked about the EResources card that they are now. I mean, this was always possible to do, provide access to EResources for unserved kids, and also for without a fee for the non-resident card, and then also no fees for non-resident cards for disabled veterans. These were always possible, but they had not been sort of highlighted in the rules. So there was a lot of conversation. They're still under review by the Joint Committee on Administrative Rules. I, of course, think this is all wonderful that we're trying to expand this service, as Greg pointed out. When you do the math, the number of unserved residents versus the number of kids under or eligible for the reduced school lunch program. When you do the math, it's not a lot of people across the state of Illinois. But really, what people need to do is go to the state library website. They need to listen to our member update to get, to really be able to understand it all as much as possible. The review period, the comment period is still open. And so people should, find out how they can inquire of Joe Natale at the state library how to comment. So that was the main topic at the member update. We also provided other updates about delivery, etc. But those were the main topics and really important for everybody right now.
Yeah, and we're gonna make a link available to the recorded version of that member update
Great.
available in the comments, so you can all watch it at your convenience. Okay, so what else is happening around Rails? What would you like people to know about?
Well, speaking of EResources, we did get a grant from the state library to buy of $125,000 to buy EResources for we're going to be focusing on K through 12 materials for that age group. This will benefit both school libraries and public libraries, obviously. I think that at the member update, our staff member, Layla Heath, who's overseeing the grant, said that 70 schools have joined eRead Illinois since March. And that is incredible. And it is astounding evidence of how much school libraries need e-resources. And just this morning I was hearing from I was at a virtual visit, and one of the library directors there was saying that the schools have really turned to them for resources in ways that they never had before. So I'm really pleased that the state library was able to identify these funds from the CARES Act and distribute them in such a good way.
Yeah, it's really good news for a time
Yep.
where we could really use some good news.
Yep,
Uh,
exactly.
So yeah, looking forward to that. Okay. Well, if you have a question for us, just a reminder, you can always leave a comment below, or you can email us at communications@railslibraries.info. Our final question, and you alluded to this a little bit, is
Mhm.
we've launched a new program to do virtual visits for our networking groups. Would you mind talking more about what those networking groups are and what we hope to kind of achieve through these visits?
Happy to. Yes, I think that a lot of people know how much I enjoyed driving around our service area, visiting libraries, visiting networking groups. I really miss doing that, even though, you're doing a great job too, Dan, but it's a lot. And it used to be that, a lot of us were out there driving around, including our board members. So anyway, I miss seeing people, so we just decided to start doing some virtual visits for both me and for Monica Harris, our associate director. And I had my first one today with the Association of Rural Communities. And it was great seeing people, that I hadn't seen for a long time, some of whom I had not met because they're new. One director was saying that she'd never actually seen her colleagues in person because she came in March, so it makes you realize how long a time this has been going on. So anyway, I look forward to meeting with more of our groups. I have another one tomorrow. So, you know, watch out. I'll be coming to a virtual meeting near you very soon, to our listeners. So, yeah, I can't wait to get back out there on the road, but this is a good substitute for now.
Yeah, on the virtual road, that's where you are
Yep,
right now. So
exactly. Yep.
yeah. Okay, well, that will do it for us this week for Rails Minute. Deirdre, thank you so much for joining me, and we will
Thank
see you
you.
next time.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.